And our mic is up. There you go. It is. I'm just gonna make sure the sound is fine on the actual stream, so we can actually hear it, and everything is fine and up. So we can actually. Okay, it is up. Perfect. Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back for some of you, and welcome for all the new people. This is the first edition of Cosplay Talk, which is a new podcast I started maybe a month ago, like just like starting as like talking about it around people. And this week is actually our first guest. It's actually Dietshampoo on Instagram and on YouTube. You can find her there. The link are always going to be down on the description of the stream, and it's going to be as well on YouTube and everything if you want to find her work. So, hi, how are you?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful tonight, actually. I'm doing very, very great, and I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, same. This is really cool. I've never done anything like this.
Yeah, same. Like, I did some podcasts back in the days, but never about like cosplay. I'm actually working a lot around cosplay in my own work as like, since I'm a student in university in art, so I do talk a lot about cosplay and stuff, so I thought it was a great idea to like talk about it because a lot of people have a lot to say about cosplay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like anyone I've ever mentioned to like cosplay about like knows something about it, but like I don't know. It could be like complete outsider or like someone who has watched an anime and kind of understands it, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, like everyone has opinion about it. Like you want to talk about a
Mhm.
subject, everyone has like their idea of it. I feel like that's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, so today our actually like team or like idea for the podcast was like balancing life versus cosplay. I know you choose that one because I had a big list of it, and you
Mhm.
like were the first one to actually choose one, and you were like, I want this one. Why did you choose that one over like all the others I had?
I guess it resonates with me the most because it's becoming more and more of a thing in my life, like having to balance it. And previously, I guess when I first started or a year or so ago, it wasn't hard at all. Like it was just like cosplay as a hobby on the side, but
Yeah.
now it has become a huge part of my life and it I mean takes up so much of my time that balancing it is, you know, a huge part of my life.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Some people are saying hello to you on the chat. Hello, everyone. Best first
Oh,
topic. I'm
good.
here for Diet Shampoo. Thank you so much for being there for her. She needs it.
Kyle!
So, like, yeah, I feel like, I like it's hard to like know when is too much cosplay and when is too less. I feel like with media even more with Instagram and stuff like that, we have to be there every day. We have to have content every day. Do you feel like this is affecting you? Like you want to put more time on cosplay that it's actually hurting or it's fine for you? You like, oh, it's fine to post every day.
Well, yeah, I totally get the like the need for content thing, and
Yeah.
that's definitely like I have my own type posting schedule. I try and post once a day.
Mm.
I skip a few days every now and then, but I try and do that. But luckily for me, when I go to conventions, I'm there for the whole weekend, so I tend to get all of my content in that weekend, and that can last me a long time. So I don't have
Yeah.
to cosplay like every week or so. Like it's becoming like that, but for other reasons. But content wise, I tend to always have content. I mean, there's things I have that I haven't posted from,
Yeah.
2 years ago that I could, put out there.
Sorry, I was just answering people in the chat. I was saying hello. So like yeah, definitely. Like I feel like for me it's so hard cuz like I feel like maybe because I have two jobs right now it's even harder. But I was a student, I had a job, and then now I'm a teacher full time and I have another job on weekends. Like we already talked about it about a bit. Like I'm a princess on the weekends, like stuff like that. So I have like two jobs and cosplay I feel like it became a new job because like I understand what you mean with like content. Like you take like a whole day, take like thousands of pictures, and then you post it one a day. But like it still like takes a lot of time. I don't know for you, but for me, it takes time to like just there on social media, because like you want to answer to everybody, you want to answer comment, you want to like be there for your fan, of course. I feel like it takes so much time, it become like a full job. Like cosplayer has become a full job now.
I think your audio is breaking up a little bit. I'm not sure if it's
Oh,
for
maybe
everyone. I got what you said, but it's I don't know if you want to check that.
oh yeah,
Um
maybe I'm gonna check it. Good idea.
yeah, but yeah, it's definitely I'm lucky with my job that I have. I do have my day job. I have so many jobs. But like with my main 9 to 5 job, I do have my phone on me all the time and I'm always on Instagram. I always have that open next to me. So I'm always replying to things. I try and reply to everyone as best I can. But I mean I fully consider cosplay to be a job now, definitely. I mean it's a fun job, but you know, I've
Yeah.
got this, I've got my work with the NHL, I have that job, and then I also have my own hockey team and the league that goes with that. So altogether I say, oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of job like things, with you know 2 being my priorities. But yeah, I feel like I'm always working nowadays.
Yeah, that happens with like a lot of cosplayer, I feel like everyone is working all the time. Like it's rare to see now cosplayer have only one job, like cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like only like those huge names that everybody knows, like Kinpatsu, Yaya Han, and so many others. Like they're the one that probably just do that, you know,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
definitely all the time. But it's I feel like people are asking so much, like about like you have to be like a great cosplayer, you have to be there every day, but then at the same time, it's like it doesn't make enough revenue to like be there full time. So I think
Mhm.
that's where it goes with balancing the two, because and you want to have time for like family and friend too, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It definitely, as far as like making it a full-time job, there's a build up to that. Like it's never going to happen overnight. So if you want to build up to something like that, it's like you have to be diligent and kind of grind and put those posts out every day and make sure
Yeah.
you're doing the right things. And just social media skills go with that. It's not just for cosplay, it's for anything. If you want to get, you know, popularity or like a following on social media, you have to do it a certain way, really, or
Yeah.
unless you just go viral off of one post. But um,
Like full blown one
that's kind
post
of
and you're
how
a millionaire.
I look
Yeah.
at it with that.
Yeah. Do you have like others hobby on top of cosplay, or like cosplay? I know you do like you do sports and stuff like that, but do you like is it more or less important for you, or it's like the same as cosplay? Kind of ish.
As far as what, sorry, you broke up there a little bit.
Oh, I said, do you have like others hobby? Like, do you do other stuff than cosplay and like your jobs? Hello? Wait, we're trying to fix the audio. I can hear you.
Am I breaking up at all, or is it good?
Yeah, I think it's like you're breaking up a bit because I can see my mic is doing fine because like I can see like my little bar going up, so I don't think it's breaking up. Maybe like the internet is like going off a bit. I don't know. Off a bit. I don't know.
Hmm.
But like, let's try to fix it. Give me a second. I'm sorry, everybody. Just give me a second. We're gonna fix it and come back. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix the audio right now. I think she's crashing. I think she has some kind of like internet problem, so I'm trying to fix it with her because our audio was kind of breaking up and she couldn't hear me because it says it was laggy and she doesn't answer me back on the message. So I think she has some trouble. So I'm trying to fix it with her. So just give me like a minute or two. It's gonna be fine because yeah, because I think she crashed, but she's definitely coming back, and we will continue from where we were. So I'm really sorry for that problem. I can't really control any like any problem with internet. So like I'm trying. If not, can you hear me now? Hello? I think you need to like choose your mic because I
Can you
can't
hear
see.
me
Yeah, now I
or no?
can. Okay, we
Is it
fixed
good?
it. Yeah. Can you hear me
Okay.
now? Okay, we fixed it. Perfect. Okay, so
Your audio's still going out a little bit. Should I try and connect on my phone?
oh yeah, maybe cuz like people are saying they can hear me fine. So I don't know if it's like a problem with the connection or something.
It might be just coming through my computer. I don't know. Um,
Maybe. If not, we can try maybe on Facebook or something like that if you like have it.
yeah.
I
I
don't
am terrible.
know. But if not, like you can just write to me like on
Okay,
yeah.
I'm on my phone now.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, perfect. Now we fixed it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, perfect. We found a way to work. Perfect. So at least this is done. I like how we tried it, it was fine, and then we started and it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, honestly, I'm terrible at technology. Like, that's why I have Chaz.
So, as we were saying, do you have time for others' hobby? Like, do you have other stuff than cosplay that you like to do? Like, I know
Oh
you do
yeah,
sport a little bit, but like, what else do you do? Do you have time for those?
hockey's like my main thing, definitely.
Yeah.
And that comes kind of before everything. So I try and schedule hockey around cosplay because cosplay is not gonna schedule around me.
Yeah.
So like if Katsucon in February, that is in the middle of my hockey season, and I always add a blackout weekend so that I don't hockey during Katsucon because that would so yeah, that's my main other thing. And then I have like 9 to 5 work, which is super boring. But yeah, I'd say hockey is my number one priority in my life, and then cosplay.
Okay, so like you have a schedule for your hockey, and you're like, okay, the days I don't have hockey, that's when I'm gonna like do cosplay.
Somewhat. I mean, even this weekend, I've got 2 games this weekend,
Yeah.
and then I'm trying to fit a little convention in on Sunday so I can go buy Kyle's slime because it's very important. So that's
Damn.
kind of how I fit it in. Even if it's in the same day, I try and fit it in.
To do both. Yeah, okay. That's hard. Do you have like a good sleep schedule? Like it's all like all over the
Oh
place.
no. No, no, no. I play men's league hockey, which is like they also call it beer league, in which that like those start times are at 11 p.m. So I get
Oh my
out
god.
at, like I get home at like 2 a.m. and then I'll have work the next day. That's yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know how you do
That's
it.
like
Like oh my god. Okay. So
yeah.
like that's what you do to
It's
balance life and cosplay. You
yeah.
like don't sleep.
No, I barely sleep. But like when I do sleep, I'm like dead asleep. Like I'll come home from work sometimes and just go to sleep. I love sleeping, but I just don't get enough of it.
Every cosplayer line ever.
Yeah.
I like sleep, but I don't get enough of it. But like
Yeah.
that happens. Um, I wanted to ask you, like, how do you plan it? Like, how do you plan? Like, do you have like an agenda and you schedule like the week you have like your work and then you have like some cosplay time, some Aki time? Do you have like something, or like it's just like I do it when I want, more kind of way?
I mean, I definitely schedule everything out. I have like my little planner because I can't write things on my phone because I hate technology. So I have like my little portable planner and I write everything in there. And then yeah. then I just go from there. And I keep saying, I'm like, oh, I just need to get through this week, and then everything is going to be so easy, and like I won't have anything to do, and then I just make stuff for me to do.
No,
Like,
yeah, definitely. And then you're like, oh, I have a con in a month. Maybe I should finish this. And like,
oh yeah, definitely. Like I miss the days when I just bought all my costumes ahead of time, and now it's like either making things the day before or like
yeah.
express shipping from AliExpress, like that.
And Amazon and stuff
Always.
like that, just to be sure you have everything.
Oh my god, yeah, especially Amazon, the last minute stuff I buy on there. Like I spend so much money on Amazon right before the con because
Yeah.
like they ship quickly, even though I feel like I should hate Amazon because they're a big giant, corporation. I don't want to like, I don't know. I try and support like Etsy and eBay and
Yeah.
stuff, and then I'm like, I don't want to buy from Amazon. And I always end up buying from them.
I mean, see,
I
there's
don't
still
know.
there's still some tiny companies on Amazon, but I get what you mean. Like,
Amazon
but like,
scares me. Also, I'm trying to make a Twitch account,
yeah.
and someone has Dietshampoo as a username, so I wrote in Dietshampoo sucks, and someone also has that. Like, okay.
Never underestimate the power of your fan. They can have like
I don't know what to make it now.
people say girls just go to sleep. This ain't good for your health, and they say no sleep. Never overrate sleep. That
Oh my god, no, I mean, I agree. People also tell me to hydrate all the time, and like,
yeah. Convention essential. That's another topic I have too. But like, yeah, definitely sleep is like underrated between cosplayer.
Oh yeah, it's just we have a lot to do.
Yeah, we do. Like before I had an apartment with my boyfriend, I would go to sleep like at like 3 a.m. making a cosplay or doing stuff, but now I can't because he has to sleep. I can't just start my Dremel at like 2 a.m. or like my eat gun at like 1 a.m. because I didn't finish. So like if I do that, I have to do it like outside, and in Canada it's very cold most of the time.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially where you are.
Yeah. It's not nice. Oh, someone said also, if you want to Twitch, real diet shampoo. I'm the real.
Would that be pretentious though? I don't want to be like, it's the real me, guys.
I mean, some celebrity do that. They put like real in front of the name, or like, I feel like, yeah. It says, listen to my must stay hydrated. Hey, it's me. Oh my god. You really took that one. That's funny.
Yeah, I just made my personal account's name because like I used to have just one account and then I had to make another one, and I don't know, I was just really uncreative. I was like, what if I just had another P at the end and then you make Diet Shampoo? I don't know. It's freaking child humor.
That is funny. I like it. I changed names so many times, but now I'm keeping with that one. But like I used to be like, like Cupcake, then I had like Angel, I had like so many like Mademoiselle Cupcake because like it's cute and French, but then I was like,
oh
man,
yeah, that's cute.
It's not international enough.
Oh yeah,
So,
I don't know, I get that one. That one's cute.
Yeah.
But no, I like your name.
Thank you. I had to change it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, okay, I'm like checking everything we talked about for like
Yes.
everything. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask, like, as you balance life and your cosplay life, like, do you have like the same friends? Like, is your cosplay friend the same friend that you're gonna meet on Saturday or like something like that, or you have different friends for every hobby that you do?
No, my friends for cosplay are my main friends. Definitely. I have like hockey friends, but we really only hang out like inside of hockey, but cosplay, I see them like every week.
Yeah.
Especially like the ones that live nearby. Obviously there's a lot of them that live far away, but yeah, the ones that live in New Jersey, I see them pretty much every week.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I do too. The girl from like Idol Factory, which is my my Love Live group. I feel like I see them like very much often more than my real like the friends. I don't want to say real friends. I feel like this is cheap, but like
I know what you mean though.
Yeah, the friend that you made elsewhere than cosplay, I feel like those like university and stuff like that. I feel like I don't even see them anymore. I just see my cosplay friend because they became my main friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
had
we have
like
so
some
much.
friends in high school, but
Yeah.
I had no friends in college. So like this was like I'm leaving, and then went to cosplay and found friends there. Thank God, because I'd be very lonely.
Yeah, I feel like people in cosplay are more accepting of like everything. Like
Mhm.
whatever you are, whatever like where you come from, whatever sexuality and etc. etc. I feel like it's so much more open, and then you have already have like so much to talk about because you do cosplay, but then after that there's fandom, there's like, so many to talk about.
Yeah, yeah, I know definitely what you mean. I mean, people in cosplay find me funny for some reason, so I'm like, awesome. Like,
There's always like that clown in the group.
yeah, that's me.
Yeah, same, and it's me. Like this is like in my group, like they're like, "Oh, you're the real Mary. Like you are Netflix adaptation of Mary." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. That's nice."
Yeah.
Like it's so much fun. I love them. Like, and I feel like you became so much closer to them, and then you do like duo group cosplay and stuff like that with them, and just like love them even
Mhm.
more after.
Yeah.
Diet
Yeah.
Shampoo doesn't have friends. That is sad.
It's true.
It was confirmed on this podcast, everyone.
Anything Kyle says is fact.
Doesn't have friends. Oh my god. I know you have a boyfriend. I don't know if you said it. Like I don't know if it's like a secret thing.
No.
No. Okay. So, like, I'm gonna blur it
That's
out if it is. Yeah. And how do you make time? I have a boyfriend as well. So how do you make time for him? Like how do you find time? Because now you have a lot of hobbies now.
I literally drag him into all of my hobbies,
Oh
and
my
it's
god.
terrible. But we met playing hockey, so at least we're both like we're into that.
At
So
least, yeah.
we still play together every week. He also coaches my women's team now. He also takes photos for my women's team. And then we've been together for a long time, like 6 years. So when I started cosplaying, which I'm sure he loved when I got into that, like out of nowhere. And of course, I wasn't into like idols when I started. I got
Yeah.
into like Black Butler, and I'm like running around with my like Grell teeth in around the house. Like I don't know how he put up with that, but and then I brought him into that, so I made him come to the conventions with me, and he already took photos for my hockey team.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
originally he didn't start taking my photos. I would book with other photographers, but I had such a hard time with other photographers. I'm really picky about how my photos come out, and like,
Yeah.
they would make edits, and I'd be like, no, just give me the raw image. Let me do it myself. So I just started shooting with him. Plus, it's cheaper because I don't have to pay him.
It's cheaper because it's free, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, he comes with me everywhere. I really wouldn't go to conventions without him because I'm literally helpless without him. But yeah, I just bring him into all my hobbies, which is now great because the friends I have with cosplay now with like they all some of the girls have boyfriends, so it's like he
Yeah.
hangs out with them, they play Pokemon Go.
Exactly.
Like
They have
fun.
boyfriend friends. I know what that is.
Yeah. So that's definitely helped out.
Yeah, of course. Like my boyfriend is like at first when we first started to know each other, I'm a huge dork about video games. I'm a like pro gamer. I love this. I play video game every night, every day. Like I love this. So it's another of my hobby. But like when I started to do cosplay, he was like, "What are you doing? Same thing as you." Like it's so weird. You have a wig cap in your house just running around, but like you have no makeup, lens, wig cap. That is the prettiest sight you can ever see. So I was always like, if he stays with me, like looking like that, wow, like
Oh
that is
yeah.
that is the truest like way to see someone.
Oh, definitely. Oh god, he's seen me. I absolutely like cosplay worst. I remember we went to Anime Next. This probably was either 2015 or 16.
Oh.
But this is before I knew what a binder was. So I brought saran wrap, and I had him just go around me with saran wrap, and like. Oh, and that wasn't even the worst part. Putting it on was like taking it off because like
Taking it
saran wrap
off.
makes you sweat.
Yeah.
Oh god, like that's great. Just I'm gonna turn my girlfriend into a boy by putting saran wrap
Yeah.
around her chest. Yeah. It's we've been there.
I remember like maybe like 5 months ago when I started to cosplay male as well. I was just like, oh yeah, babe, do I look pretty like that? He was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're a male. I guess it's good, but I can't say
Yeah.
like I like it. It's like a bit weird, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, definitely, like they love you so much. Like, they try to like be like as supportive as they can. I love those.
Oh yeah.
Cause like,
Definitely.
even though like they come to convention, I don't know for your boyfriend. Mine doesn't cosplay personally. He likes to like watch, but doesn't do it himself. So like, he usually holds my bag. And
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's the same with Chess. He will never cosplay. He doesn't do that. He goes and he'll like check out a Game of Thrones booth, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's his, and like now Pokemon, because he likes his Pokemon Go. But yeah, I think our boyfriends are very much the same.
Oh my god, there's so many people saying stuff on the chat. Is it when you said Black Butler?
Oh god.
I confirm.
Oh, Nina!
Yeah, Nina's here from your group.
Yay, Nina.
That is nice to have people like coming through, your friends to support you.
That's so nice. I appreciate it.
Oh my god, yeah, but yeah, I feel like your boyfriend are like the first person to like help like balancing life and cosplay, because they're like, I feel for me he's like both. He's like always there in my life and in my cosplay, and he sees like both sides of me. Like,
yeah,
when I leave Friday, like so excited to go to con, looking super nice, and he see me back Sunday dying.
yeah.
And he's there for both days, and it's just, I love it. Like, that's how I balance my life. I feel like my boyfriend helps me a lot, even though sometimes like he's tired too, because like, the couch is gonna be full of stuff and then so many stuff. But I feel like it helps a lot to have somebody else help you with that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it's even if it's not like physically helping me doing cosplay, it's emotionally.
Yeah.
When I'm on the verge of breakdown because my serger or like my machine or anything broke, I'm just like on the verge of crying because it's like the day before the con. I'm just like, okay, I'm breathing.
Yeah, I try not to bring him in with that stuff, but I tell you, like when we've been making costumes at like 5 a.m. type thing,
Yeah,
that's when we get him involved.
We need you.
Yeah,
It's
just
our
give
last
him the
resort.
hot glue.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. I was wondering, like, how do you organize your time before a con? Do I'm gonna do 1 hour of cosplay per day, like until the con, or you just like rush like me the day before and like you do?
I end up rushing a lot. I definitely now, because it's kind of changed. That my main focus with cosplay has been with Darling and my idol group. So
Yeah, exactly.
we've been now making the costumes for the group, not me alone, but it's been Atlas and Julia who have been like the main project managers of that. But I try and go over to Julia's house all the time, and we've been trying to do that, on a weekly basis at least. It's hard. She lives a little far away from me, but that we've been trying to get done ahead of time, because it's one thing if you're doing it for yourself last minute, but it's like you don't want to be doing that for 9 other people last minute. It's crazy, and we've done that. It's just we don't want to go back there.
Yeah, I know what this is, rushing a cosplay. Like, wanted to like cry so bad because nothing is done. But I feel like an idol group is another stuff. Like, I know your group is way bigger than ours, of course, and you have more members and everything with that. It's probably hard even more to like have a schedule and everything with that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's really with Darling. I try and do the same thing with posting once a day, or I don't really post on Darling like once a day. I try and do that like more spread out. But Darling at least only ramps up like during the masquerade time. So at least like I don't have the day-to-day stresses with that. Like that's only that one weekend. It'll be easier.
Yeah, do you like practice like every week with your group, or how do you do it? Because I know my group, we like usually does it once a month because we're more like a relaxed group and it's more like a friend thing and stuff. But like, how do you find time? Do you practice every week?
No, not at all. We all live really far away from each other. So we only practice together during the con. So we come down on Thursday. Well, most of us go to the con on Thursday, and we rent out a dance studio near the convention, and then we practice. And then on Friday, that's the mandatory day, and then we all practice on Friday, and that's when we have to really sync it up. So now we have like practice videos. So every, I feel like a month or like a little less than a month before a performance, twice a week we require videos to be sent like in the Instagram chat, and then we practice that way. It's not ideal, but it's like that's the best we've got. We've got people up in New Hampshire and then down to North Carolina, so it's like it would be impossible.
Yeah, of course. Oh my god. That's actually a great idea to do it. I feel like you probably like Thursday like rent a studio for like hours, like like 4 or 5 probably like yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like 2 hours per session, so 4 hours in total is what we do.
Oh, that's pretty good. But still like you have to be really like like on your stuff to really be sure nobody's like running around and like having fun while you really need to work.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gotten easier with the practice videos. Before we didn't do those, so it was like you had people that would come, and like I'm guilty of this, who didn't know the dance fully, and then you'd have to learn it the first day, and then you'd sync it up the second day. But now it's so much easier with having it ahead of time.
Yeah, I feel like even with our group, we're meeting every month, like once a month for like 2 hours, around ish. We like cut corner round because it's hard to have 9 people at the same time, like
Oh
always
yeah.
there. Like it's hard because like I have like I have a my grandmother birthday. I have this. I have that. So as a leader, I have to like make sure the date is fine with everybody. Then like be there and like it's hard because like some people are like yeah I was kind of buzzy so I didn't learn to dance and you're like
Yeah.
why am I here?
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly, I have experienced that in every part of my life. I get that with hockey too, because I do the scheduling for that. And I've never have a full team with hockey there, but at least it's like you don't need everyone there for like idle stuff with the full nine. You clearly need everyone there for a performance. So it's difficult, but I guess that's why Darling works so well, because it's like if someone can't make it, we're just like, okay, well, who else can? And that's what's made everything run smoothly.
That
Because
is so cool. That's what I like about your group. It's like you're not just 9. You're like anyone that's available who want to do it. And then that's it. I feel like it's
yeah,
so cool cuz like you have more option if someone's like, "Yeah, in the end I'm not coming because I'm sick." You're not like, "Well, we're just 8, fuck." Like you can
yeah,
actually like be there, like have more people coming in.
yeah, it's definitely helped us out a lot, because like the past few performances we've had like people have emergencies or drop out like last minute. When I mean last minute, like it was the day before a con, and then once it was like a week or so before the con.
Yeah.
And yeah, luckily we have enough friends involved with the idol community, ask people to join, or we have our like whole waitlist system set up. We can grab people last minute and
Yeah.
fill them in. I mean, it's not ideal, but
It's
it
better
works.
than nothing.
Definitely. I would hate to be down a member for a performance. That would like
Oh my
I'd be
god.
so upset. So it's worked out so far.
So far, and we're gonna keep our finger crossed. It's gonna work always.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We have our next live coming up in June, the beginning of June. So everyone better just stay in the group for that, because I don't want any more stress.
Yeah, when is it? For what con do you guys
It's
have?
for Anime Next.
Anime Next. I thought we was gonna say Anime North. I got excited for a
Oh
second.
no, when is that?
I don't know. Like I'm the type of person that just like last minute decide to go to stuff because my friend are like, "Oh, we're going. Oh, it's in end of May." I don't
End
know.
of May.
When is it? Oh, that's actually in Canada. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, Anime North.
Me waking up. Hello. I thought YetiCon was to USA, but that's not the same. There's another con in USA that has like those gigantic like water features and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Colossal Cons. There's
Yeah,
two of them.
exactly.
Yeah. There's one in Ohio, and then there's Colossal Con East in Pennsylvania. I really want to go to both of them, but obviously
That seems cool.
Pennsylvania one would be a lot closer for me.
My friend is like, please lock your Discord. I'm like, no, I don't want to lock my Discord because it's broken and I don't want to lock it and break it again. So like if someone actually come, then you can come.
Are they gonna? Oh, can they join the chat? Oh my god.
Yeah, but nobody can see it.
Oh,
There's only the people that she was starting to stress. It's like, oh no.
it's the hype in the chat, guys.
No, I was just saying like the thing is I was just like my friend like you need to have already like the my Discord to be able to join, but I don't think anyone's gonna like randomly join. My friends are
Yeah.
actually respectful people, so I feel like they're not gonna do that. But like if
Mine
they do,
aren't,
we're
but-
gonna change channel and go into the podcasting. But I don't want to break the audio again, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been working.
yeah, I don't want to break this. Like yeah, I feel like your group has like what 25 members.
I think it's 28 now.
20. Oh Jesus.
I honestly keep forgetting. Oh my god, Scrappy. My dog is breathing very heavily. So if you hear him.
So cute.
Oh, yeah, he's a good boy. But yeah, we have like 28 now. It's crazy. It just keeps growing. Every time I think like, oh yeah, we're not gonna need like a lot of new members now. Like we have so many, and it just keeps coming.
But maybe because like it depends on like where you're going probably and which member are going blah blah. If you're like able to have at least 10 people for like every con, that would be cool. So you have like two people in case
Oh, yeah.
someone's missing.
Yeah, definitely. Is I think with these bigger conventions, there's definitely like an overflow of darling people attending the con, and
Yeah.
that's when it gets really difficult because then you get a lot of people that all want the spot, but then like you don't have that many spots to offer. You only have the 9, and that's
So,
when it
what
really,
do you
that's
do?
what sucks.
Do you do like audition like the best one?
We, you know what we used to do is it was on seniority where if you've been in the group the longest,
Oh,
you get the
yeah.
spot. But we had to change that because it wasn't fair to like people who came in and then were giving so much to the group and like were volunteering to make
Yeah.
costumes and do all this stuff, and like so we've based it on kind of past performance and see what openings there are, which who cosplays what, but we try and give everyone a fair shot. I know it really sucks. Like I know for KatsuCon, one of the girls didn't get in, but like we're making it up like during the summer. It's hard, but
Yeah, it would be hard to choose, like because they become your friends and they become like you want to give everyone a shot. That would be hard.
yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm glad like I'm not the one who has to like make that call. We have
Yeah.
like the group of like the inner darling, we call it the darling dictators, and like we talk it out before because I don't know. I can't make that decision. Like I'm usually the one like handles all the dad things and like has to, do the dance studio stuff and collect
Yeah.
money and do all the boring stuff. I don't like to pick the people, so I tend to pass that off to other people.
Like, oh, it's your turn now. Choose who.
Yeah, I don't I just stay out of it. I love everyone, so I don't want to choose.
Oh. I was yeah, okay, so I did that. Sorry, I'm looking at all my stuff. Okay, I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about I know I'm a student, I still a worker and stuff like that. But do you think it's okay for a student to skip school or skip work for like some workers to go to convention? Let's say yeah, you have school Fridays and you're just like, I'm not going. Did you do that? Or are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it as long as you like plan it out ahead of time and know
Yeah.
you're not missing anything important. I always hated school. I was a good student. I was always there, but like I did not like school. So I definitely would take off days, especially if I was in high school. But I didn't cosplay in high school. I only got into it when I was in college, and so I never had a problem scheduling around that. But I know for work, I just let everyone know ahead of time, like because I tend to leave for conventions on the Thursday,
Yeah.
so I take off those last 2 days, but it doesn't come around that often, so it's not a big deal. It's just you got to plan for it. You don't want to like tell your boss last minute like, oh hey, I'm not coming in this day.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, yes.
yeah, you just got to be responsible with it.
I feel like me, like as a student in university, I feel like it's so hard to like be like to your teacher, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna miss that day. Like, is it possible to either like have the lecture like somewhere in my email or like something? And it depends really on the teacher. Some of them are gonna be like, oh, you prefer having fun than coming to school. then no, you shall not have my notes. And others are like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Where are you going? And they're really into it. I feel like in art school, I feel like they're really more open when I'm telling them I'm doing cosplay, and they're like, ooh, what is cosplay? And then I say to them what it is, and they're like interested. They're like, oh, that's cool. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe because
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, maybe because I have a weird school that it's like that. Like it's still like usually nice, but I feel like it depends. You really have like to ask your teacher. Like that's my first advice. Ask your teacher, be sure it's cool, and for your job, maybe tell them a month in advance, cuz usually you know when your cons are. Like you know in advance when that like Anime North and like all those convention are going to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I start planning for these things so far in advance. I know, like for KatsuCon especially, like if you want to stay in the Gaylord Hotel, that went on sale a few weeks ago or so, or maybe a week ago or so. Yeah, it's like we're already committed to that because of that hotel room. So, you know about it in advance. It's just being diligent about it.
Someone in the chat said a lot of teachers at UCAM are really stuck up though. I love how they know which university I go to. Yes, I'm going
nice.
to UCAM. And yeah, well, it depends. I would say in art at UCAM, it depends the teacher. I had some teacher when I like cuz in my, in that plan of what I do, um I work a lot with like questioning cosplay that bothers me the most. Mostly cosplay's consent has been one of my top 10 stuff that I work in my art, even in all my drawings and like all my sketch and stuff like that, even when I do like big stuff, statues and others. And I feel like some teachers are going to be really into it. They're going to be like, oh my god, that is such a great idea to work on cosplay. And others are going to be like, no, that is not art. So it really depends, which that's another question I had too when I was writing some story for my teachers. Is cosplay actually art? And I feel like that was a really hard question to answer even for myself. And after a lot of research, I was like, I don't even know anymore. I was like so ready to say yes, but then I was like, oh, maybe not. And then I was like, oh, yes, but no, but yes, but no. And it's still in my head. I don't know.
Yeah.
You were in my class? Wait, which class? I am confused. I don't know who you are now. I'm like stressed. How do you know me? I'm like, hello. Okay. Oh wait, I think I know who that is. No, I think I know who. Wait, I know who that is. I know that if your name is the same as like on Instagram, I know who that is. I think. But I think whatever. I hope I know who that is. If not, it's a bit creepy. Okay. But like yeah, I feel like it was hard for me to balance like, that hard part of me and like cosplay. I don't know what you have to say towards like, do you think like I'm gonna be like that person right now. Do you think that cosplay is actually an art for you? Do you feel like it's artistic to do cosplay?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I got into it because I loved the makeup aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because I have loved makeup since I was like a little kid. That was like such a hobby of mine. And so, oh yeah, I definitely consider it to be an art. Yeah, I mean, there's different like, sub forms of it. Like some people are good at like the makeup part, and then others do the performance type stuff. But it's all art, definitely.
Yeah. I feel like I was fighting with my teacher towards that. I'm like, we're actually doing a performance, like some of us are doing, like acting like that character is an act of performance, which is actually a real art stuff. And then the fact that making your cosplay or even impersonating someone else is art. So many people do it, like Shakespeare and stuff like that. They used to do that. And like I feel like that's where it becomes art. And then making stuff with your hand, you paint your weapons, you paint like you do armor and stuff like that. Even though there's no connotation like behind it that you're like, oh, I'm making artistic stuff. You're just representing something else. That's where I'm like not sure if it's art or no. Yeah, I
I
know
would say
you're
yeah.
lagging a little bit sometimes. That people are saying it in the chat. I can hear it a tiny bit. Like it sometimes it's like you got a bit of a robot, but I think it's going great now.
I wouldn't know how to fix it, but
Yeah, so we're gonna have to live with it.
yeah.
I mean, it's not all the time, so it's fine. But like, yeah, I feel like cosplay has become bigger now, and it's becoming more acceptable as an art style. I feel like even as
Yeah,
a
I think so
normal thing.
too.
Like I don't know in your city, but like here, like I remember like 10 years ago. Yes, I'm that old, even more. I started cosplay before that. But like even that, I feel like now I'm walking cosplay. People are less weirded out. I don't know. I feel like they're more like, "Oh, okay." They're like, "Okay, it's okay." And then back in the days, they were like, "Oh God, it's not Halloween" and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing it for like that long,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's you definitely get a mixed reaction depending upon
Yeah.
who sees you or what they think.
Like people saying you're a freak and stuff like that. It's less often now, I feel like. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm way more pretty now in cosplay than I was 10 years ago. So like
Yeah.
maybe it's
Yeah.
different, but I feel like people are maybe because Montreal is like such a big city too, because if I were to go to a tiny city like I don't know, like my parents, nobody would understand. They would be like, "What the hell is this?" It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah. That's
Yeah.
another subject, but like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing some like out of convention shoots
Yeah.
around my town, and I live in a small town. Like I'm right outside of New York City. I'm like,
Okay.
cross the bridge, come to New Jersey, and you're at my house. But I remember I was with my friends, and we were just doing a simple like aqua school uniform shoot, and we walked over to my old middle school to like take some pictures outside of there, and like a
Yeah.
pizza delivery guy actually stopped and came around, like went into the parking lot, stopped his car, and asked to like take pictures of us, and he like knew what cosplay was and everything, and
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
it was really really interesting. I was very shocked by that.
Yeah. I
But
mean, if it's made with respect, I feel like it's fine. Like,
oh
at
yeah,
least.
I feel like also you open yourself up to it like by being in costume, so like you are, not to say like you're making a spectacle, but it's like it's out of the ordinary, so it's like people
Yeah.
are going to ask questions as long as they're not rude. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like that's what I don't mind.
Some people are saying we still get it's not Halloween yet comment from time to time. Of course, like
Yeah.
closed-minded people are still gonna be there in 15 years, and it's not gonna be new. But I feel like it's less often than what it was. I mean, for me back then, well, I'm still very a shy person. I feel like as me. When I'm in cosplay, I'm a totally different person. But as me,
Yeah.
I'm really a shy person. So if someone, like, when I dressed up normal to go to school, if someone went to me and be like, "You're a freak," I probably would cry. But when I'm in cosplay, I would just be like, "Yeah," and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not a normal hobby, to like dress around as someone you like and like take a lot of time to like get ready and suffer lack of sleep. I know it's not normal, but I like it and it makes me happy. So
Yeah. I guess like because before I did cosplay and everything, like back in high school and like in middle school, I was bullied like a lot, and I used to be super shy, super sensitive. I still am like super sensitive,
yeah,
but like I don't know, with cosplay, I just kind of have that like I don't care attitude where
yeah,
it's just like nothing really affects me with that. And I'm not someone who like keeps it a secret either. Like everyone at all of my jobs, like they know about it. Like
yeah,
it's very clear. And like a lot of them think I'm like, weird about it. But it's like, I don't know. I don't when they ask me about it, I answer honestly, and I just try and like I make things like light and make things like a joke and everything. But I know one of them was talking to me one time and he was like, "Oh, I thought you were like one of those weird ones who like acts in character all the time and like kind of like LARPing, I
yeah.
guess they thought I did, which is cool if you do that. But like I'm like, no, I just like get dressed up and I do photo shoots and I dance sometimes, which you can consider cringy or not. Like you take that as you will. But I don't know, as long as I'm having fun, I don't really care.
Yeah, I have a story about this, like saying it's creepy to dance. Like 2 years ago, well, not even 2 years. No, 2 years ago. Yeah, true, 2 years. Because before this group, I was in another one. So 2 years ago, for people that actually knew me personally, I was the first person to see Love Life cosplayer. I didn't know Love Life back at the time. To see Love, I knew them because like I can recognize this. I was like to see them and be like, oh my god, they're cosplaying Love Life. Don't look at them. They're weird. And then be like, oh no, they're gonna dance. Oh, that is so weird. And then see me like 2 freaking years after being in the Love Life group, and people still come to me and be like, Alex, do you remember 2 years ago? You were like, that's so cringe, but now it's you. And I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you can confirm. My friends say I freaking confirm. Yeah, I was like the first person to like shame them, but then I'm like, oh no, I feel so bad. But like, it's still, I feel like it's still like, I would say myself, it is cringe to dance to song. I look at myself and I'm like, what am I become? But I love it. It makes me happy. Even though it's weird, I love it. And it makes people around me happy. So like,
oh yeah, I never thought I'd get into the whole dancing aspect of this.
yeah.
Definitely not. Like even when I got into Love Live, I am not a dancer. Like I am
Same.
just not coordinated in that way. But I got like roped into it, and ever since I did my first masquerade, it has just not stopped. And I'm just like, okay, we'll just keep going with it. I like to think I've improved somewhat, but I mean, I just do it for fun.
Definitely. Like, and you meet people and you make friends and stuff like that. So that's like the whole aspect of being in that group makes it nice. So like, yeah, I had like maybe a crunchy question. Do you guys plan? Because I know you do Aquars, you do Muse as well, right? Are you gonna do the new one?
Oh, PDP?
PDP? Yeah.
We might be, yeah.
Oh my god.
Might have plans started for that, but
yeah.
I can't tell you.
Okay. Well, maybe. I know my group is really thinking like we started to sort out the girls and we started to talk about like talk about who's gonna do who. I know for myself, people have been saying I should do AI so freaking much, and I was so ready to do it. And I'm so blessed with PDP. And since the movie is out for like the Accords now, finally English sub. God, Jesus, it
I
arrived.
know. I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's live on Kiss Anime. You
Yeah.
can go see it. So like yeah, but it's supposed to have like I think a tour in the US. It's gonna be in theater I think next month. Are you gonna like go see it?
If I'm free, I would. I've never been to one of those the live.
Yeah. I feel like every time, I don't know why, it's a Friday afternoon, like very early in the morning.
Yeah,
like,
it's always very early.
Oh, Cyberfox is asking as a question in the chat, who's your favorite Love Life waifu? Who's like your ultimate Love Life wife?
Ultimate, probably Kanon. I love Nozomi also, but I have grown so attached to Kana, probably just because of her relationship with Mari, and I ship that so hard and I love it, and probably because it's like in like a real life thing for me too with Erica. Like she is my Mari, and like I just love doing that with her. So it's like I don't know, I love doing Kana.
I feel like for me that's definitely Mary or Nozomi as well. I feel like I love them both. I just feel I suits more Mary, so that's why I became so attached with her. And I feel like we have like the same kind of past, and that's gonna be like a bit like pretentious to say, but yes, my dad is actually rich, so I kind of feel what she lives through. And you know, changing school all the time because he was working everywhere, being international and stuff like that. I feel like this is what I lived, and having those friends, I can see myself in that situation that she was in with like, you know, Canon and Daya. And then the relationship I have with the other girls third year, like my Daya is like my actual like very good friend of mine. I'm just like I can't see myself doing someone else than her.
I love Daya too. Daya is so
My
So
friends
fun to
say
cosplay.
I'm going with Mary, but I don't know them just because Alex does it. Oh yeah, everyone has like their favorite love life girls, and I feel like we choose someone that looks like not looks, but like is us, or like someone we attach to, like kind
Yeah,
of way.
definitely. Like I tend to gravitate towards third years. Like definitely.
Yeah.
I push myself to do the other ones, but I know like I suit the third years.
Yeah. I feel like I don't really. I'm gonna be real right now. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like the orange, like any orange hair girl. I feel like they always have that attitude that I don't like, which is super cheery, and
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm like that, and I hate it. I tend to be
Super
away
cute.
in orange. I don't like it.
Yeah. I know I don't have any plans to cosplay Chica or Hanukkah. Like
Yeah.
I like them, but oh god, I'd be the worst. I could never.
I don't know. I feel like I'm that type of person that like I like normal hair color. I don't know. I just
Mm-hmm.
like I like Yoshiko and stuff like that, which is darker and Daya, but like
Yeah.
I wouldn't like I don't know. I wouldn't go for like those like you do with Canon. I'm like even Nozomi. I'm like that is borderline.
Boy.
I'm like it's purple, but it's darker, so
Yeah.
maybe. But even that, I'm like, oh no. I feel like the
Yeah.
PDP are have more normal hair now.
They do, yeah.
Is it
You know
just
who
me?
you would suit really well? I feel like you'd look really good as Emma.
Oh my god, that was my second like choice. Like, cause we had to
Yeah.
like all choose our three favorite ones, so at least everyone had one if they like. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I love Emma so much. She's so mature and everything. Like, I just like, I love it.
Yeah.
She's adorable. Like with her like little like
Yeah.
ponytail and this. Oh my god, she's so cute. I'm looking picture now. And I'm like, she's so adorable. She's the they say you're canon in real life canon, which is real.
Oh god.
You are.
That's
Like
great.
people
That's
say they love your
lovely.
canon so much. You
Oh.
are.
I definitely like being her also just because of her wig. I love having like the hair up. Like
Yeah.
nose and he is a struggle.
It is because she has like too long hair, gets tangled all
Yeah.
the time, and she has like the whatever. Like every Love Life girl has that the freaking hair in the middle. It
Yeah.
bothers me so much.
Yeah. If it's short, that's like half the problem. Like if it's a shorter style, I think Mari like has the perfect length hair for like
Yes.
a wig where that wig won't bother me.
Exactly. I love it. That's why I prefer wearing Mary as well. Either
Yeah.
that or when I do Nozomi, like next this weekend actually. Oh, actually in 2 days I'm going to do a shoot at Cheongsam Nozomi. She has like those you know, not ponytail but like, you know, how do you say that? Well, she has like the side braided. Yeah, braided. She has like those
Oh yeah,
braid.
that'll be way easier to manage, I think.
Yeah, cuz it's not long and fluffy all in the wind.
Yeah.
So like yeah, that's what I like about it. Oh, people are asking, what's your favorite Love Life song to either sing or dance? That's a
Oh
good
my
question.
gosh. You know what it is? And I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the ending, the second ending for Aqua, and I
Yes.
don't know what it is.
I know
Um,
what you mean, but I suck with remembering titles, so I
yeah.
usually just sing them.
Hype in the chat. What's the name of that song?
They're probably
It's the
gonna
one.
know.
It's the one that goes with the Aqua Rainbow. That's why I like it.
Yeah, it is. It's so cute. I feel like me back in the days I would have said aquarium, but then
Yeah.
I worked so hard on that song for nothing that I became
Oh.
to hate it. But I would say My is definitely one of the and Hop Stop because it is new and it's Mary centered, so I love it.
Yeah. Oh God, who said Happy Party Train? No, I love that song, but no.
I I have so many stuff to say about that song. I like the song. I don't like the
Yeah.
outfits so much.
Oh, me too. I don't like the outfits either.
I like people are like, no, it's cute. They have shorts. I hate shorts. No.
Yeah.
Hate it so bad because
Oh,
I'm
no.
actually a more round. Like I have huge hips. I have like a lot of like curve. So like I have huge hips. So shorts will never fit me on Taobao. So I'm gonna have to make them, and I hate it. So I know.
Yeah. Happy Party Train's cursed.
Yeah. I don't like it. It's like my tonight. Who? Okay, tell me who decided they're gonna have different lengths in their shorts. Why is one leg shorter and one leg
Oh
longer?
yeah, with my tonight. Yeah, I remember we made those costumes for Darling.
Yeah,
Especially Conons are
yeah,
completely
kind of a
different.
super long one and a super short
Yeah.
one. Why?
Yeah, I got the even ones because I did Dia for that performance, so I was lucky. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna like maybe ask some question on the question on Instagram before answering the one on the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so someone asked you actually I can find who it is so we can actually do shout out. That would be more cute, I feel like. Just give me a second because I just wrote the question, but I want to know who asked that. If you like know them or like something.
Yeah, that'll put it into context.
Yeah. So, okay. So, oh, that's actually one of my followers, but like maybe she follows you too, probably because she's a huge Love Live fan. So, Siren, etc. ask you, yeah, asking you, how do you budget like con budget breakdown? Like, how do you budget for your like con?
I mean, savings wise, I just save up money for it, but for budgeting, I write everything in like my notes, and I just put everything out like hotel costumes, everything, and then
Yeah.
just I'll split the things that are split among a few people, like a hotel room. Yeah, and then you just pray to God that it works out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty good with saving money though because of the amount
Yeah.
of work I do that I haven't had like a serious like problem where it's like, oh no, I'm like completely out of money. I've been
Yeah.
lucky in that respect.
I feel like for me, what I do usually for a convention, you start with the essential. And by essential, I mean if you live far, you need a hotel room. That's an essential. Yes. And then after that, how are you going to get there? If it's your car, you need gas, parking. You think about this. If you go by bus, you need like to look at the bus, how much it's going to cost you and stuff like that. And you add it up to like the essentials. And then after that, what you're going to wear goes after everything, because you can go to convention without cosplay, or you can go to convention with cosplay you already have and stuff like that. You don't need new ones all the time. I know I do that, but like you don't need to.
Yeah, same.
Like if you don't have a lot of money, you don't need to do that to yourself.
Yeah.
But definitely I feel like that's what you do. And then after that, like if you need food, what are you gonna do? Are you bringing yourself food from home, or like are you gonna buy some there? And if so, you need to have a budget. Like you can't be like, oh, we'll see there. No. You're like, oh, I'm gonna eat restaurant maximum 3 times, so that's $30, or like that's amount of like money you have. And then after that, all the rest, like if you want to have a budget to buy stuff, you really need to budget and stay through to this budget.
Yeah.
So if you have $100 of stuff you can buy, don't go $102. It's $100. Because if not, it's gonna go really bad.
Yeah, it can get out of hand pretty easily.
Yeah.
It's good if you have someone with you who can keep you on track though. Like, for me, I have my boyfriend, I have Chaz who can manage a lot of that. Because especially if you're doing cosplay, it's like there's so much going on. It's hard to keep track of everything.
Okay, so, Mitsuran actually asked you, how did you decide to rebrand Kire Idols to Darling Idols?
Oh boy, that's a question.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, okay.
No, I'm joking.
Get ready, everyone. Here's the tea. Okay, no. It's really not like a whole rebrand thing. That group broke up, so that was like over, done with type thing. Yeah. And then what happened from there is we were like, when we broke up, we were already registered for the Otakon Masquerade. So we're like, what do we do? So I talked to my friends Erica and Lauren, who are Erica and Aya and Lunar Cosplay, and we were like, okay, we got to salvage this. We already got the skit kind of done. We changed it. It was originally going to be Aqua subunit, and we couldn't change it that much, so we changed it to Muse to like make it our own type thing. And then we just started asking people and like, will you do with this? Will you do this? We're gonna make an idol group. And then we just like quickly threw it together. We're like, it's gonna be Darling Idols. And Chaz, make us a logo real quick. Hearts are good. And so it was like thrown together real
Really
quickly.
quick.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of how it started. Like, we had no intention of making a group or anything. It was very like
Free spirit.
sporadic.
Yeah.
It was it was crazy. But we had a good time with Kire. Like, there's no like ill will there. Like, it's a question that comes up a lot. But
Yeah.
it was a good time. And honestly, without them, like, I wouldn't be this involved with idols. Definitely not. Because they got me to, participate in masquerades and dance. Like, I never would have ventured into that without having that experience first.
It's cool that in USA you guys can do like masquerade while dancing. I feel like
Mhm.
it is allowed here. Like you can do it, but like judges will always be like it's overrated to dance. They're gonna be like,
Oh,
it's
definitely.
nice to dance, but like it's not as cool as a good skit, and you're just like, okay.
Mm.
So like
Yeah.
it's hard. Like some people like they're some depending on the judges, but like here it's always the same judges, so like you kind of know who likes and who doesn't like dance.
Yeah, no, we know ahead of time, kind of after doing this for a while, what conventions we're gonna do well at and which ones are just basically not even gonna watch us and they don't care. So
Yeah.
yeah, we just think of it as like we're grateful that we get to perform on the stage,
Yeah.
and we treat it like that. If we win something from it, that's great, but it's not like, the main priority. I know that making the costumes helps, so
Yeah, of course.
that's, we have people in the group now that can, help do that. So that's kind of what we're doing, and hopefully that'll, improve our standing with the judges. But I don't know. Some of them just look at Love Live and the dances and are just like, nah, it's
Yeah.
not original. I'm not gonna even bother.
But like I feel like such a great idea to actually you do your cosplay and then you actually go into a masquerade, do the dance, because like that's promo for you as well. If you don't win anything, like it's still promo and you had fun on stage too. So that's a great
Mhm.
idea. Like we've been invited to a con and to actually perform, and that was super great because we had like 2 hours for us to answer question and be there.
Mhm.
And we barely just started, and there was so many people. I was so confused. I was just like, "Why is there people?" I was
Oh, that's so
confused.
cool.
I was like, why is there people? Hi, who are you? And we were just confused. To be like guests was really weird for the first time in my life being a guest at a con. Like I did panels before, but it's different when you're a guest.
Yeah.
And then you have like a
No.
guest room with snacks, and I was so confused. I was like, guests get snacks?
Oh my god.
I was
I
like,
want that. I want to do
yeah.
that.
I was like, wait, we get a water bottle? They were like, yeah, you can take like 2 if you want. I was like, water bottle.
2 water bottles.
I was like, that is so cool. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, a bit the same happened to us. Like we were in a group before, like since like I think we broke up around November, last November, like October, something like that. And then we didn't had any group for like maybe like 3 months, and
Mhm.
we were just like, holy shit, like we're missing like this being in like a group and
Mhm.
being like dancing and like learning Love Life Dance. So what happened is like in January at G Anime, I started to talk with Audrey, which is actually my co-leader. She's watching it right now, but she knows I'm gonna talk about her. But like, um, she was actually like, I've been summoned. She heard it. It's like, yeah, so we started to talk, and I was like, I miss it. I want to do it. Do you want to be with me on that project? And I know some girls that want to like join back. Like some of them know because we're not on good term with them anymore, and it's fine. But like some of them, I want to be with them again because it felt great and had a good chemistry. But this time we're gonna do it a bit different because I want to change some stuff, and it's fine. I have a different way to work than maybe the other leaders before. So like that's how it's gonna go. And she was like, yeah, sure, it's gonna be good. And I started to talk to her about the rules, what we're gonna do, and she was into it. And she's so different than me. I'm really like reaction. I'm really like a person that's like something happened, I react, and I don't really think sometimes.
Mhm.
And I needed someone to advise me, be like more calm. And she's sweet, and I'm not sweet. So like, I'm, I'm more like a direct person. She's more like a sweet, she's a ruby and she's cute and everything. So
Mhm.
I feel like I needed someone like that, and she actually helped me a lot. Like, you know, when some stuff happens, like she was really there, and I feel that's what it's all about. To like,
Yeah, that's a good balance to have.
yeah, I feel like you need someone like when you exactly when you like have a group like that, you need someone to be there by your side. You can't do that alone. Even though
Yeah.
like I do like all the placement sheets and I manage the money and I do everything. I know she does other stuff to help for the group as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just my emotional support.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta have that. I have that in Darling too.
Yeah, I feel like that's always great to have. And like
Mm-hmm.
all those girls, like I love them so freaking much, and they're like my babies.
Yeah. Aw.
Like they're my literally in convention they call me mom. I hate it because it makes me feel old, but I love it at the same time because I feel like they're like some of them are really really young,
Yeah.
and like Audrey is older than me, but like most of them are like younger, and I feel like I need to protect them.
Yeah. At least you get called mom. I get called dad.
Oh, do you have a mom or you just a single dad?
Yeah, no, no, Erica's the mom.
Oh yeah, that's why you can't. I mean, you can
Yeah.
have two moms, but usually there's like a mom and a dad. I feel like
Yeah.
Audrey would definitely be the dad then.
Yeah. I mean, Erica's more nurturing than me, and then I'm just like the dad.
I do like all the budget stuff and this. I
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Audrey's like, don't say I'm older. You're still my mom. Yes, I'm the mom of everyone in that group. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, I really like them. They helped me a lot as a person to like grow out of my shell and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Feels
that's
great.
good.
Okay, so there's a one last question from Instagram, and then after that I'm gonna answer the one in the chat.
Okay.
Q Peach asked you what made you start cosplaying. Like, what was the flame behind that?
Ooh. Okay, so I guess growing up I was always into like Pokemon and stuff, but I guess through high school and everything when most people get into cosplay, I wasn't into that really at all. But I started watching YouTube a lot and I found a YouTuber who was Lita Monster Bunny. I don't think she's even active anymore, but she got really into Black Butler to the point where she got the contract tattoo on her hand.
Oh my
And I was
god.
like, this looks really interesting. And then I think she went to Anime North. She dressed up as Grell. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I had a friend on my hockey team who was kind of starting to get into cosplay. And she had been going to like Otakon and everything. I was like, oh, you should come with me. And she finally got me to go to Anime Next 2015. And
Yeah.
that is when I got into it. I watched Black Butler, like I watched the whole thing. I was like deep in that.
Deep
And that
into
was like
Black
that was
Butler.
my one thing for a long time. And I bought 3 costumes to that convention. And I remember asking her all this stuff. I was like, do I bring multiple? Do I bring one? What do I do? And she was like, kind of new to it too. But I ended up buying 3 Black Butler costumes and going to Anime Next. And that is when I was basically hooked. That is what it just all went from there.
Oh my god, yeah. I remember me as like growing up, I loved Halloween so freaking bad. I loved putting on costume. I just liked it. And
Yeah.
then I just like to be like I don't know, somebody else because my life sucked probably. I don't remember when I was really young, but I know growing up, like you, I've been bullied a lot. So I feel like in high school, if I would have been anyone but me, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
So I remember after all this bullying was done and I was going to CJAP, I was just like, I just found this. I don't remember how, but I love doing big props. That is my like I love doing enormous stuff that I will hate to carry in cons. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Like and I remember like I was never with my okay, I have a weird story, but like some of you might know, like I already talked on this stream before, but my parents has been divorced for like 7 years and they came back together. So I didn't saw my dad for so many years. Now he's back into my life with my mom and I was so confused. And then my dad is actually a very good crafter with his hand and with woods and stuff like that. So I was like making big props with my dad would be amazing. So I started to look up characters that I liked, and at first, of course, the thing that got to me was League of Legends because I'm a huge dork gamer. So I was like, oh, who's that to be props? So I was like, oh, like Poppy from League of Legends. Oh, she has a huge ass lollipop. I would love to do this. So I started to do this, a big shield and stuff like that. And I made the mistake to work with very heavy materials. Like, don't work with cement, kid. That is bad. And then I loved it. And then I went to a con, I think, with one of my friends. He was just like, yeah, you can come. It's going to be great. And I came with my big props, like nothing else, just my props. And I was like, I'm ready. What is going on? And then I've been amazed at how people make cosplay. They were so pretty. And I was like, oh my God, she's literally that character. And I was like, I want to be that character now. And I stopped to look everyone. So like I start to look at everything possible towards this to make myself that person. I feel that's how it all started.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could make big props like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm really bad at sewing. Like I don't really do sewing, but I love to like armor props. I love doing that. Like I feel like I have lots to learn either way, but I feel like it gets on my nerve when like the needle doesn't thread or like something. This pissed me off. So like I usually, when I do like duos or stuff like that, which I don't do often because most of the time people don't do it in the end, so I get disappointed. But when I do it, we usually break it out like you do this and I do the armor and the props.
Yeah, that's smart.
You could do the costume. I'm gonna do like the props. I love it. And like now I'm getting better at doing wigs, so it's going towards this.
Okay. Yeah, you just keep on improving.
Yeah, exactly. Always. Cosplay is always about improving. There's no going back. After you learn something, it's gonna stick there in their brain. I'm just pointing at my hand like it's there, but I was like, wait, there's no webcam. Nobody's gonna see it. Okay, so Cyberfox actually asked, what was the worst cosplay malfunction that has ever happened to you?
Happy Party Train. Hands down, Happy Party Train.
What happened?
So basically, I decided to be diet electrician and said I can totally make all 9 of these costumes light up.
Oh,
so I went on that adventure, and I mean, I did it, but the problem is with cheap materials, unless you're gonna get professional lighting, and the amount of LED strip wire that we needed, I got it in bulk from China. So did all the steps, all the soldering. It was insane. And then when the costume's being worn, some of the connections break, and then what do you do? It's not just an easy fix. I remember backstage at the green room for that masquerade, I was soldering on people trying to get the connections back. It was crazy. I mean, the reason it was so intense with it is because we didn't want them to just light up the whole time, and to do that there could have been multiple battery packs, like you just light it up and do that. But what we wanted to do is that at a certain point in the song we were going to have the lights go on. Just like how they do in the whole live performance. So I did that, which meant everything needed to be controlled by one battery pack, that they would flick the switch on that during the song. And it was crazy. All the corners and turns on that had to be soldered together. I had to solder up to the hat. It was crazy. And it's like, I wouldn't have felt so bad if it was just me, but it's like when you see other people flickering and it's like that's your work. Oh my God.
Yeah, it feel bad. Yeah.
Cursed. Like, oh, it was hard. I mean, I've repaired the costumes since then. Like I've worked on mine, I've worked on Rico's. And it's the thing. It's like I've done all I can do on them. I have completely rewired them, and still they have a chance of not working, and it's really not my fault. It's really the materials and what you're doing on a costume that's going to be moving. If I were to do the same process on something that was stationary, there'd be no problem. But it was.
But now there's LED stripes, that are like kind of plasticky that you can even put underwater. Like some people
Yeah.
don't. So
Yeah, I used
Yeah.
those waterproof kinds on them because they had a good plastic coating to them. But yeah, it's if
It
that
still didn't
connection
work.
goes loose,
Okay, so noted. It
don't
doesn't work.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember like a story like that to me happened at Anime Nord, and I felt so bad. And I know what you mean by feeling bad. Like my friend has that huge Leona swords, which is a huge sword that she had, and you know, Anime Nord, like I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. It was so freaking warm. It was like 55-degree outside. In Anime Nord, we were cool, so we thought we're not gonna buy a ticket. It's gonna be free, so we won't have to go out inside. You can be outside where most people are at Anime Nord.
Yeah.
But there was this freaking heat wave. So me, my friend, my two friends were in big League of Legends armors outside made of Warbler, which was melting on our body. So like we were like, you know what? We're gonna come back later on because anyway we have LED. All of three of us have LED in our costume. It's gonna look nicer when the sun's starting to set. So like the whole day we're at the hotel talking because like our costume was fine. We go back to Anime Nord. It's starting, the sun's going down, so it's perfect. It's not warm, and we're opening up a LED. Everything is working. My friend like asked me, Alex, can you just hold the swords? I'm so clumsy. Do not lend me anything. So I'm like, yes, I will hold the swords. I'm holding the swords, and then I remember I forgot something in the car. Me as an intellectual, I'm like, I'm gonna put the swords on the door and I'm gonna open the door, which makes no sense when you think about it slowly. But I was like, no, I'm gonna put it on the door, so when I get the stuff inside, it's gonna stay there. I'm gonna take it back in my hand while she finished dressing up. So I put the freaking sword on the door, and I opened the same freaking door. What happens? The fucking sword falls off. And as falling off, it does a tuck on the ground. And for some people that work with like wire like you did, the connections break off.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I see the swords not lining up on the ground. She didn't see it yet. I'm taking it in my hand, and I'm on the verge of crying. Because she looks back at me, and she's like, oh, you closed the like light? I'm like, I don't know what to say to her. Do I lie? Do I say the truth? And I'm like, no, I have to say the truth. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm dumb. And I felt like crying. I was feeling so freaking bad. Because we don't have our wielding tools like with us.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no. And Anime Nord, the hotels are so freaking far. So like, it was like now or never. And the whole day we did nothing. It was now the moment to shine. And I was like crying so bad. I felt so bad. But then in the end, when she pressed the sword on the ground, it was lighting up. But when she was like in her hand, she wasn't. So for a picture, it would light up, but wouldn't light up otherwise. I felt so freaking bad. But we repaired it the day after. But still, I felt bad the whole weekend. I was like her slave for the whole weekend. I was like, what do you want? Water? I was getting water for her. I was like feeling so bad. Oh my god. I hate working with wire. Like that, hands down, I hate LED. It never works.
Yeah. It is always a problem with it.
Yeah, like I was lucky enough that when I did Kyle from League of Legends, my pool party that some people might remember, like I put LED in the like sword. I did like a noodle kind of thing, like you know those pool noodles. I found one that was white and I put LED in it, and I was so lucky that it didn't caught on fire because like I was like on the stage, I was doing my stuff, and I was like, it's smelling like something melt. And then I come back home later this day, and I open it, and the plastic inside the noodle started melting. It could have caught on fire on stage. That would have been dope for the masquerade's sake, but like it would have been dope after. I was like, okay, well, next time check if it actually like warm inside. Because some LEDs have like really like bad stuff in it that makes it warm and explode.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because usually LEDs are pretty good because they don't emit like that heat because it's only the light emitting, you know. But yeah, I guess.
I guess if it comes from China, look it up because like you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I'm buying it off of Amazon, mostly like my LED stripes. I'm buying it off Amazon. I know the brand I like, and it doesn't light up on fire, so that's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we like that. Someone else asked, what are your future goals with Darling Idol beside masquerades? That's a good question.
I mean, we're definitely a masquerade centric group. Mainly because like we all don't live close enough together to like do much anything else like other than be at the con. But I know one of the things that we're gonna try and do going forward, we're gonna be testing it out at Anime Next, is we are gonna try to film a separate PV for the performances.
That's cool.
And we're gonna do that. It would be done the day of because that's the only time we have to do it. But we're gonna be trying to do that as well because sometimes with these masquerades you don't get the best footage back. It's really hard because like we have multiple people filming and then we choose the best one, but it's hard. Like people are getting up and moving and like you can sometimes just get really crappy footage, and when you put so much work into it, it's like you want it to be recorded. So that's like gonna be a goal going forward, is to get some PVs out there.
Yeah, we're like my group and my girls were working on exactly a PV, but we're taking so much time. Like you guys are like heroes to do that in one day, but like us, we're like no, it's gonna take us like 6 months because we need like, well, actually not 6 months because we had a lot of like in and out members, but like I think right now the members we have are like the one that are gonna stay. But I feel like it's gonna take us at least 6 months to do a song, and then after that we're gonna skip to the next encore songs. But like, it's long. People don't understand how long this is because it's not just the dance; it's like the placing. Then after that, finding a videographer, finding a spot, finding this, doing the costume, or buying the costume. Like, it's a lot of hard work. And what we found is like some people are like, "Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that," and then they never buy the cosplay because they're like, "No, I'm poor now."
Yeah, like, the key is don't let them buy the cosplay. They do a group, make them just pay you. That's how you can kind of guarantee it a lot better.
Yeah, but the problem is make them pay you. Are they really gonna pay you back? That's the thing. Like I'm always scared. Like I know I trust people in my group, but like even if I trust them and I'm a friend with them, even if they can't pay me back if they don't have money.
No, I would say only order until they give you money. Don't ever buy something up front. That's
bad
that's
advice.
Dangerous.
yeah. Don't ever buy something from someone you don't know if you never see your money back again.
Yeah.
That is such a big no.
Yeah.
I feel like I done that once and I still haven't seen that money. I mean, it was just a wig, but still.
Oh yeah, I've had that before too, definitely.
I feel like you're like, oh yeah, or like sometimes you lend people stuff and you're like, yeah, oh, I'm just gonna try it at home, and then you never see it back again. And you're like, I guess it disappeared.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. And I mean now if anyone, I've been asked before by some like mutuals on Instagram to like lend my costumes, and I have, like, if I know the person, I have no problem like just lending it out, like especially if I know where they live, like I'll get it back. But like I've rented before to some mutuals, and what I do is I have them pay me like a certain amount in advance, and then I say, when you return the costume to me, then I'll give you your money back.
Oh, that's actually good. That's a good
It's
idea.
almost like just putting a security deposit down on it, because people will just keep it. It's crappy, but they will.
I had like I think one time like Julie's, which is one girl from like my cosplay, like she lent me a freaking Mary wig like a year ago, and when I came like, and she never, like, I was messaging her like, when do you want it back? She was like, I don't need it. So like for a year she didn't need it, and one day I was like, I'm giving it back to you because I don't want it anymore, like in my home. And I just used it once. I'm just like, it's just there. It's just like, I never thought you would give it to me back. I forgot about it, and I was like, I didn't. And she was like, well, I guess it's nice. But I feel like cosplay, like lending someone your cosplay, doesn't it hurts you? Me, it hurts me emotionally. I see it on somebody else. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh god, well that's me with like selling my cosplays. I like don't sell my cosplays, and I just hoard them because I get really sentimental with them and I get attached to them. And the only ones I've ever are ones that I've received, like I've bought them and they come in the wrong size. And instead of shipping it back to China, I just sell it because it's, it's better to do it that way. The shipping will cost you more. Ship it back.
Yeah, of course. I don't know. Some
Unless you can
people,
dispute
yeah.
it, you know.
Like some friends are like, "Can I borrow?" Like sometimes, like friends, we have like a Facebook group kind of thing, like with a lot of friends I meet at like convention, and like sometimes people are like, "I don't have a cosplay. Anyone happy to lend me one?" And I'm like, "I can lend you some, but I can't lend everyone because some I have like emotional connection with."
Yeah.
Like some I am done with. I'm just like, "Ugh, I don't want to look at them anymore." And some I'm like, no, you can't do it because I know you're gonna do it better than me, and I don't want it.
Oh yeah.
Like my friend, another girl from my group, Kiwi, like she was just like, I want your toga wig. Like she bought it off of me, like my old one, and I was like, it's so sad because she does it better than me, and I'm like jealous now, and I'm like, I'm happy for you, but damn.
Yeah.
Like people are like, can I lend this one? I'm like, I'm not gonna wear it, but I still don't want to lend it to you because I feel like I can't see it on anybody else than me. It's too personal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like weird. I would lend like to any of my friends really anything, but I'm so much bigger than them that they won't ask me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I gave one of my costumes to wear. I gave my friend Julia Miyotashi wore my Valentine's Day Yo costume. It was hilarious because it was so big on her. I'm just like looking at her. I was like, oh, this is so great, Julia. Like, I'm so glad we wear the same size. Like,
Someone said same. I can't sell my babies. I work it so hard on them. To be honest, the costume I make, I never can sell them.
oh
Like
yeah,
the one I buy, the one I buy on like Taobao, or like the one I buy like from other people, I don't mind selling it back that much usually, but like the one I make, like, and people are like, I made Jinx before, which is a huge ass props, and I made all the props. I made the minigun, I made like everything.
oh that's cool.
And then people are like ashamed when I ask for $200. They're like, no, I don't. It's too much. I'm like, it comes with everything.
Yeah,
And
I've seen that before because like China, I guess you can get like things so cheap, and
yeah, but you can't get
sometimes you
props.
get lucky.
Props is
Yeah,
impossible to get in China.
yeah.
It's gonna cost you so much.
I've gotten some props. I got the whole like the Attack on Titan gear, like
Yeah.
I forget what the 3D
Yeah.
like the big things.
Yeah.
I got that from China. It's crap. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like if you want it made well and like actual good stuff, there is a price to that because especially like just materials, honestly, will cost you
expensive.
that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like it's the time you put on it, and the time like maybe you didn't, but like for me it took me 5 hours to know how to do this shape with my foam or like some stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I'm not even like making you pay for like the hours I did. Like that's what's crazy about it. And people are like offended when they hear the price. I'm like, well, yeah, I worked hard on it, and it's a lot of material. That's Werbla, dude. Werbla is expensive.
Yeah, it's you have to know your price and know your worth with that, and not just undercharge with that. Because I mean, I don't do commissions and everything, but I get the sponsor type stuff, and like I know my price, and I don't change it. It's
I don't change it. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I feel it's different with everyone too. But like, I don't know. I feel like I usually, if I sell the cosplay I made by myself, I usually like, depending if it's armor and stuff like that, I would really like. I don't even pay myself. I barely pay the materials, and that's it. And I feel like some of the stuff I do, I feel like it's crap. But like people are like, oh no, I like it. I'm like, I don't like it, but like you can have it. I'm just like sometimes like now looking back at some stuff I did a year ago, I feel like it's crap. But then right now I'm looking at my last Jinx, which is like my Christmas one, and I'm like, oh, that's such a good like sewing thing. But then in a year ago, like a year later, I'm gonna be like, that was crap. Probably.
You always be your hardest critic with that.
Yeah, I am, and like I love doing masquerade because the judges actually tell you, oh, maybe like do this better and do this better, and you listen to it, and so you listen to them and you make it better and better and better, and then after that I can't sell it anymore. I'm like, too much.
Oh yeah, your attachment to it.
Yeah, she said it comes with everything, and my emotional attachment. Yeah, take it with all my memories. I'm gonna cry. I like when I sell stuff and people send me pictures of them wearing it sometimes. I'm proud.
That's nice. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're so cute wearing this. I'm so happy it found a new home. Because me was just dying in my basement. Like, I have tons. I don't know how you actually, like, store your cosplay.
Oh god, it's a mess right now. I bought like the vacuum sealed bags. I have to
Yes.
like go through everything and do that because right now I just have a rack and everything's just piled on it and I can't find things. It's so bad. So I'm like that's going to be a project just going through and organizing that cuz I've accumulated so much now that I just can't find anything.
So me, I'm actually like I have a lot of stuff and we have a tiny apartment. So we don't have that much space. So what I did, I thought about the vacuum thing. It was a great idea until I tried to remove my cosplay from this, and it was actually a long time because the second you remove something, it goes back to a big poof. And
okay.
And so you have every time to pick up your vacuum every time you want one stuff in it. So I didn't like that. It was a long like procedure, and this and your freaking cosplay become all wrinkle and your tutu are not poofy anymore. I hated it. Never put a tutu inside of those.
Okay.
I hate it. Like my tutu that was like $100 is now crap. So like sad. Like yeah, so don't use that. I actually use bin. I use like those big bins, and I put like I have like legit a little note on top of all of them with all the cosplay that's inside stored in tiny bags, which everything in it. And so when I'm looking for one cosplay or one wig in particular, I look on top of the box to see if it's on the list. If it's not, it's on the other box. I have like 4 boxes, I think. They're all piled one on top of each other, so it's easy to find.
Yeah.
And the cosplay I can't store in a box because they either armor or like even armor. Sometimes I put them on top and it's fine. But like let's say big poofy dress and stuff like that don't really. I don't want them to wrinkle or like have glitters because glitter is your enemy. So if they have glitter, I hang them. I feel like that's the best way to do it. Like again, it takes time in your freaking week to like neat every cosplay, like to store them.
Yeah, it's so time consuming.
It is time consuming because after a con, you know, like you take time to like remove everything from your suitcase, put it back, be sure it's all cute, brush your wigs, and everything. It's time consuming in your week. Do you like do it? Are you like the type of person that do it the day when she comes back or like the day after, or like you leave this there for like a week or so?
Oh, like once I'm done wearing it?
Yeah, no, but like once you're done with a con, like after your suitcase, do you let your suitcase like there for a week or you do it right away?
Oh no, I let it sit there for a week, definitely. I'm usually exhausted or sick after every con. So yeah, if it's like one where I have huge suitcases packed, yeah, it sits there for a while.
Yeah, like and this and the con plague after that's hitting everyone.
Yeah. I'm so prone to getting sick at conventions. It sucks.
I'm the type of person, and so many people hate me for it, but I'm still gonna say it. I'm the type of person that if I don't use the suitcase, it's gonna stay there. Like the cosplay are gonna stay in it. Everything is gonna stay in it until the next con. So if I don't have con for 4 months, then the suitcase is gonna be somewhere in my home with all the cosplay in it, and I'm just gonna be not a care in the world, and it's gonna stay there.
Yeah.
And then after that, I wonder why I lose stuff. That is why.
Yeah.
And after that, I wonder why I have to restyle my wig. Maybe because they sit like 4 months in a suitcase that wasn't meant to be like that.
Oh, yeah. My wigs are always a mess because even after the con, when I take it out of the suitcase, I don't brush them out. I just keep them in the bags and then I just throw them in my wig bins. And then they sit there until the next con. And then I look at it and it's just crap.
Yeah, because you didn't take the time to do it before. And I hate my like past self that didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point now with my con-on wig, especially. Like, I just bought a new one. I'm just like, I don't even have the time to try and restore you. Like, it's probably not even that terrible. But when I can get the wigs cheap off of Taobao, I'm just like, you know what? A new one. You know, I've worn her for a year now, so it's time for a new one.
Oh my god, I love Taobao so much. Me and Audrey are gonna do an episode on Taobao, and we used to do actually a podcast, not podcast, but like at con we do like a little thing about Taobao,
Oh
and I
yeah.
love Taobao so much. I bought most of my wigs there, especially Love Life, except for my Mary, because Mary
Mm.
on Taobao are always yellow. They're like bright yellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I forget. I did get mine off Taobao, but I'm not sure. It was either from AOI or Don't Sleep. It was one of
AOI.
those
Oh my
like
god, those are the two
one of
I
the good
use.
brands.
Those are amazing.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
what I
them.
usually go for.
Yeah, yeah, Don't Sleep for sure. But like I liked their Mary. It was okay. Like you can see on my Facebook some of the picture, but as personally, I preferred like to have more like a platinum blonde, like a bit more like natural
Yeah.
blonde. So I went more for this. But I had nothing to say towards their Mary. It's just I don't want a bright yellow. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it depends on the person too, because I found that
yeah,
like, especially with Ellie wigs, I feel like the young neon yellow is
yeah.
very common. But like, I don't know, it's just you gotta find the one that like fits right with your skin tone and everything, because
True.
you gotta make that work. So it's not like a one size fits all type thing.
Yeah, I still like my Mary wig from Taobao because I'm looking at it now, but I still prefer my new one, which was very more expensive because it is a Arda, and
Oh God,
so
Arda.
yeah, it was $80, and but I still wear it a lot, so I guess it's worth. It's worth.
Yeah, if if that's someone like you cosplay like a lot, and I know you do, like
Yeah.
it's worth it. Yeah.
People are asking you, would you do more guest appearance on podcasts in the future? No?
Yeah, definitely. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun
Yeah.
because because like you can just talk, and what I like about podcasts is you don't have the pressure of having a video on you and to be pretty. I feel like because on
Yeah.
Twitch mostly and on YouTube they're like, oh, I want to find a cute, so you like put 2 hours of makeup on your face, you don't feel comfortable, it takes time choosing an outfit and stuff like that, and then I feel like it's more stress than anything for me on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, you wouldn't want to see me now. I'm not all
Yeah, I'm
pretty.
like a pajama, and I'm like, you know what? I'm comfortable talking because I am in pajama. I feel like if not, you're always looking at yourself in the webcam, being like, oh, is my hair pretty and stuff like that. I feel like it's more real with just the voice talking.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I bought my favorite wig from Taobao because Cupcake recommended it. Yes. I am that type of person that send the links to everyone, and I'm like, are you looking for that character? Let me find it on Taobao and send it back to you. I love doing this. I have so much, like, sometimes I have times so much free on my hand, so I like to, like, look stuff for people. I love searching
Yeah.
on Taobao and stuff like that. Now they know how it works. I love it. Before I didn't.
Taobao is hard to like understand at first, definitely. Like
Yeah.
there's a learning curve to it.
But now there's more and more stuff like Biner, Cosplay Biner, which is like one of those agents. They have like a
Yeah.
thing now to like if you're looking for an anime in particular, you can look for like they have a little attachment you can put on Google Chrome, which is gonna translate already on Taobao what you like the anime you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the agent that I go through because I'm like, I don't know how to order direct,
Yeah.
so I go through Biner a lot. It's good.
Me and Audrey are using Biner when we look for something. Once we find it, we go back on Taobao to have the item, and then after that, we go to Spree Now to order because it is cheaper than Biner. Because Biner has a weird, like they translate back to US and then after to Canadian, which making us lose a lot of money, and they ask more for commission. So as Canadian with Canadian money, we use Spree Now because it goes back to yuan directly to Canadian.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, we were always missing like $30, like always like $30 more on like Biner because of this. So it makes no sense. No.
Yeah.
So we do recommend Spree Now for like more of like the international buyers, but for US buyer definitely Biner is so great. You can look up cost like directly characters, even more for Love Life. It's amazing. It's like definitely. Well,
yeah, it's pretty user friendly.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, it's 8:50. Either if you had anything else to say or to talk about, or if not, we can just like say like or like end word and be like, it's gonna be the end of this podcast, which has been amazing so far.
Yeah, this has been really enjoyable. Thank you again for having me. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. If you ever want to come back to like talk about other stuff, if you're ever free like later on this year, I would definitely like to have you back. That was amazing. I like to like
I'm
talk to
in,
new
definitely.
people. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we can
let's do it.
schedule like a new date after, but like definitely I would like to have you back. And like if people actually enjoy this type of like stuff, it would be really cool, and it's just chill to like talk and like I don't know, have a real talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming, because this was really amazing and we had a lot of fun to talk about it. So it was nice to see your ideas on what, like, how do you do with, like, because you have a lot, like, to do with your life and cosplay. You have a lot of hobbies. So, like, it was really nice to talk to you. So if you have, like, anything, like, to say before I close it, I'm just going to say, guys, again, if you ever want to see our Instagram and YouTube, it will be listed on the image as shown, but if not, it is down on like the guest info. It has a little heart icon. You can find all of our stuff there, and it will be listed too again on my YouTube when I upload this first episode on my YouTube, which is listed again down below or on the image. So Cupcake Senpai Cosplay. The second it will be uploaded, it would be easier for you to find me, but right now it has a weird URL because I have nothing uploaded. So yeah. So thank you again for having me. If you have like a little like N word to say to your fans or anyone, do it.
Well, thanks everyone for coming. I really appreciate it. Definitely if you like came for me, I appreciate that so much. But this is a really cool podcast, so definitely support it. There's gonna be some other cool stuff coming up. I know you've got like so many topics and everything planned. Yeah. So I'm definitely excited to watch that, like going forward with all the other people that you have come on here, because it's really cool. I like it a lot.
So like on the next week, you guys can find like the whole schedule down there in the description. I didn't announce yet like who's gonna be there each week, but every week I'm gonna like announce the new one. So if you actually listen to the podcast right now, you're gonna know in advance already, because I'm gonna announce the new person, which is actually gonna be my friend Kool-Aid. If some of you know him, by Camille. We're gonna talk so how to be a cosplay helper, like how to be like someone that is there in convention, sometimes with or without cosplay, to help a cosplayer there. So because that's a very important role that my BF boyfriend usually have, but like that he has a lot. And that's what we're gonna do next week. And every week I'm gonna announce a new guest, and etc. etc. every time. And I'm gonna like put diet shampoo back in another date as well for another topic later on. Well, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week, same channel, same time, with a different guest. Well, thank you. Have a nice night, everyone.
Thank you.